Good morning, everybody. This is Mrs. Garibaldi, and I am here for Wednesday's reading lesson. And today I'm coming to you from the ocean because we're going to be learning all about sharks. So we're going to go into Mayan today, and we're going to read Oceans Alive Sharks. And it is a nonfiction book about the scary creatures called the sharks. And we might even find that they're not so scary. All right, my friends. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you, so you can see the book as well. I will be reading the book for you today. And while I read, I want you to be thinking about some questions, okay? And so one of the questions I want us thinking about is, I want you listening for, what is the biggest fish in the ocean? What's the biggest fish in the ocean? And then I want you to think about this question. I want you to see if you can listen for, what are sharks' skeletons made of? So our skeleton is made up of bone, but we're going to be listening to see if we can find the answer to, what are sharks' skeletons made up of? Okay. And then finally, we're going to be learning about something, and I want you thinking about this question. All right, and the question is, what are some ways that sharks eat their food? What are some ways that sharks eat their food? Because what I think in my mind, the way that sharks eat their food may not be exactly what it is, okay? So sometimes we have some background knowledge that may not always be 100% correct. So we're gonna be listening for those answers as I read Oceans Alive Sharks. Here we go. What are sharks? Sharks are fish. Sharks come in many shapes and sizes. Nice. I'm actually going to turn this down. Here we go. That is a really cool shark. That looks like a hammerhead shark. The whale shark is the biggest fish in the ocean. It is longer than a bus. The smallest sharks are the length of a pencil. And you guys, look, it's showing us whale shark, and it's showing us dwarf shark. And if you look, so this whale shark is the biggest fish in the ocean. And then look, it shows us what the smallest shark would look like next to the whale shark. So it's like you can't even see it. That dwarf shark is tiny, and they say it's about the size of a pencil. That's pretty crazy. Parts of a shark. Sharks have skeletons made of a soft material called cartilage. Cartilage is light and rubbery. It lets sharks bend their bodies to swim. So take a look. Wow, this looks crazy. It doesn't even look like a shark to me, does it? And this, inside its body, its skeleton is made of cartilage, and it says cartilage is light and rubbery. Think about our bodies and the skeletons that we have. Are our bones rubbery? No, they're hard, right? That's what keeps us standing upright. Okay, we've talked about that, right? If we didn't have any bones, we would just kind of be just like a blob on the floor, right? And so our body is filled with hard bones to keep us nice and straight and firm. But the sharks, they want to be able to move and bend their bodies to swim through the water. And so their skeleton is made of cartilage. Sharks have tiny scales on their skin. They look like tiny teeth. Many sharks have a pointed snout and large jaws. And then they have labeled this picture with snout. So its snout is its nose. And then it even gave us a zoom in of the shark's skin. These are the scales on the shark's skin. Wow, they do look like tiny little teeth, don't they? Amazing. Sharks have fins. They use their fins to turn and stop in the water. Sharks have slits near their mouths that they use to breathe. These slits are called gills. So they have labeled this photograph, and this label says fins. So they pointed out the fins of the shark. And then look, these are the slits that they were talking about that they use to breathe. And those slits are called gills. Gills. Nice. Sharks have a fin on their back. Sometimes it pokes above the water. It does. Sharks have a tail. They move it from side to swim. And you know what I noticed? Look at this. There is a scuba diver here in the middle of all those sharks. He must be a scientist that's investigating sharks. How sharks hunt. Some sharks swim fast. They chase fish and other prey. Some sharks hide on the ocean floor. They grab their prey as it swims by. Can you guys see the shark in this picture? This is crazy. I'm going to outline it with the with my pointer here. So here is its tail, and here is its body all around the outside, and then here is its mouth right up here. Look at it, looks like he has like a little beard on his mouth to look like the coral. He is camouflaged so well, and I bet the small little fish that he eats don't even notice him. They swim right by thinking he's just part of the coral, and all of a sudden he goes gobble, 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 and he eats them. That's kind of crazy. And it looks like his eyes are right here, but he probably keeps them closed, or they're just camouflaged that well. Wow, that's amazing. How sharks eat. Some sharks have rows of pointed teeth for tearing food. Eek. Some sharks have flat teeth for crushing crabs, lobsters, and other animals with shells. Amazing. These are the sharks that usually when we think of sharks, we think of, but there's not that many of these big guys, and there's a lot more of these sharks that are helpful in the ocean, right? So sharks are not all scary. Some sharks are scary though, because look at those big teeth. Eek. Some sharks suck in water and use their filters to catch small plants and animals. Sharks are always on the move. They wander the oceans in search of food. Wow, look, this guy is a shark. This guy actually looks pretty scary. However, he does not eat anything but plants and small animals that live in the water called krill. They're like a very tiny shrimp. So these guys, it doesn't look like they have any teeth. That reminds me of this song, Baby Shark. This reminds me kind of that grandpa shark. I love it. Oh, how beautiful. This is a beautiful shark here. And that is the end of Oceans Alive Sharks. So let's go back and let's think about the questions that we had before. So question number 1 was, what is the biggest fish in the ocean? Do you remember? I'm going to turn back to that page, and when I get to that page, I want you to yell, stop! All right, here we go. The biggest fish in the ocean. I remember. That's it. Let's read the text again, and let's see if we can figure out the name of that big guy. The whale shark is the biggest fish in the ocean. So what's the biggest fish in the ocean? A whale shark. And did you know that you can go to Atlanta, Georgia, to their aquarium, the Georgia Aquarium, and they have whale sharks there at the aquarium, and they're amazing. That is one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. So if you ever get the chance to go to the Georgia Aquarium to see the whale sharks, I highly recommend it. They're so cool. I could stand there for days and days and watch them. All right, our next question was, what are sharks' skeletons made of? Do you guys remember? What are shark skeletons made of? It's a strange word. Starts with a K. Let's see. Let's go back to that page and see if we can figure that out. It says sharks have skeletons made of a soft material called cartilage. Cartilage. So shark skeletons are made of cartilage, not bone. Crazy. All right, and our other question we were going to think of is, what are some ways that sharks eat their food? Do you guys remember? What are some of the ways that sharks eat their food? Some go chomp, 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 chomp with big teeth, right? But what are some other ways that they eat their food? Let's go back into the text and see. Some sneak up on their prey, right? Or some hide and gobble them up when they swim by. Some have pointed teeth for tearing food. Some sharks have flat teeth for crushing their food. Some sharks suck in water and filter out the food. That's crazy. So there's lots of different ways that sharks eat their food. They don't just, use their big teeth. Some don't even have teeth. Crazy. All right, my friends, I hope you enjoyed learning lots about sharks, because guess what? Today in writing, you're going to be writing some of the new things that you learned about sharks today. Okay, my friends? All right, I can't wait to see you in my writing lesson. Have a great day. Let me go ahead and stop sharing. All right, have a great day. I love you, I miss you, and I hope to see you at my writing lesson. Goodbye.